Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Sleepless Ninja. Today I'm going to go back on one of our previous video tutorials on rooting your Xoom. You can note that even though I'm on the Xoom Wi-Fi, this applies to rooting any Android device. As far as working in any terminal or command prompt whatsoever. Basically, I've had a lot of comments, a lot of questions, a lot of people that needed to be personally run through. And I feel like it's a general problem for users when they come across certain steps in rooting your Xoom, because you really are required to either know the Linux or the DOS command prompt or terminal and understand how it works in order to really root. And so it's why I've recommended for those users to not do it, because it's just simply requires a knowledge that you don't have. But a lot of people want to do it, and so I'm trying to make this video a way for you to understand how to get by these things that you don't realize. So I'm taking it from a Mac perspective. I'm a Mac Pro, but this will also apply to Windows. It's just a little change of terminology. So first I'm going to pull up Terminal. In Windows, basically you'll be pulling up command prompt. And for Windows, if you just go to and click on the start or your Windows symbol and then hit run, in the Windows run box, all you do is type CMD, enter, and that brings the command prompt up. And it's similar to this, and this is where you're going to be typing in your commands. So basic navigation in your command prompt or your terminal. First off, CD. Now this works both in the Windows and the Mac. CD is your way to navigate from folder to folder. And to know where you are in your file system, you can think of this as like Astro or Windows Explorer or in the Mac Finder. All of your file system is here. And you are actually going to go through code base to go to those file system. So in order to see your file system and where you are on your Mac, you type in ls. And you can see, oh, there's your file system. And you can see it's rooted from James, which is my username. But if I did cd, which is, you would do this in Windows or Mac, /, that takes you to the root, and if you do ls again, you can see, oh, this is where your main hard drive is, and you'll see all what's in your you know, if you were looking at Windows, it'd be your C drive. If you look at on a Mac, it'd be your untitled disk, and it'll show you all what's on your untitled, and you can see it matches up. So basically, to navigate, you would go CD. And then let's go to users. And then all of a sudden, we're in the users, and it shows all the different users. If you type in ls, or if you're in Windows, you want to type in dir, D-I-R. And that shows you your directory, basically. That's what it's short for. And the Mac is using the Linux, so this is why it's ls. And then let's go cd James. And then again, look, we move in. So this is kind of how you navigate. Now to go back one, like to pop out one directory, you do cd ... And again, you saw to go to the root, you do cd /. So that's basic navigation, and this is very important because you need to know this in order to push files to and from, because you need to know how to point to the file to put onto your Xoom. Now, where is ADB? That's very important. So when you install the ADB pack, you want it installed in your user directory, because a lot of times when you set your path, which you can see I'm typing ADB, I don't have to do // is because it's a part of my personal profile. So you want to make sure that you have your Android in your personal profile, so when you save your path, it's linked with your personal profile and can access Android within your personal profile. Now, so I have it in, as you can see, my James Android SDK, and then ADB and Fast Boot Mac is in the Android SDK platform tools folder. And then you can see I put also all my rooting sources. You can see this is the root folder, and this is where a lot of people get mixed up in with the root folder and how to push those different files onto the Xoom. So let's first navigate there. ls or dir, remembering based on where you are. Let's find out. Now we want to go to users. You can do ls again if you need to figure out, and then James, ls or dir again. Sorry for the repetition, but a lot of people are not familiar with this, so I have to do the baby steps. And obviously, if you are, you really don't need to watch this video. And so now we're in the Android SDK. And now, so a lot of people are in platform tools and they're using the ADB and they're running it directly. But if you specify as a path, you don't need to do that //. You can see I'm out of the root, and I'll just do cd back. So I'm not in the ADB, and I can just type in ADB, and it runs. So to be able to auto-run those files, you need to set a path. So in order to set a path, you just need to enter this into your profile. Echo, quote, single quote, export, PAFTH equals XYZ, which I'm going to explain what that's actually a variable, $path, end quote, two greater than signs, space, semicolon, // and I'm going to have this in the description, so you're going to just have to copy and paste it. And basically what XYZ is XYZ is the path from your root directory, from the base of your hard drive, to the platform tools. So if we were to look at platform tools, and we go get info, and remember this is only the Mac version, I'm not doing the Windows version, so you're going to have to look at how to set up the path, or just do it with the //ADB. You can see it's users, James, Android SDK, and then /platform tools, and that's what the XYZ would represent basically. So that's what XYZ is. It's your path to platform tools and including it. And basically then, what that path says is, anything in that path, the ADB, the Fastboot Mac, is easily accessible through the terminal, and you can just type it in. So a lot of people are messing up now on this ADB push, where we're going to get back to now. Let's go back into the language. I'll clean up the screen a little. Okay, so we look, and we have ADB push some file name, and then we have some type of directory .ko. And you can see, this file and this file is the same. So ADB is the command. This is the subcommand. This is actually saying to push it on to your Android device. This is the file you want to push. And then this second thing is actually where are you pushing it on your device that you're connected to. So here is actually where your file is, and a lot of people, what's tripping them up is they're in, say, the Android SDK directory, and BCM 4329.ko is not in there. It's actually in systemlib modules on their Android directory, because that's the file and how they downloaded it. So make sure you locate this file, and it's the files that you downloaded along to create this flash image. It's along in the XDA forums linked with my blog post. Look where this file is on your system. You actually need to type out the whole path. And what I recommend people to do is, instead of typing the whole path, actually go to that directory, and then so cd to that directory to find that file. And I actually don't have it here. But I do have a lib, so if you were to cd into the lib and then a little bit further, you would find that file. And then you can type in ADB. push, because now you're in that directory exactly where that file is, so it knows where to push it. And you want to keep this the same because you want to put this file on your Xoom in this directory or it won't work. So that's what I recommend. That seems to be the basic problem, is people don't understand what this means. They're just typing it in. And this means the path in which this file exists on your system. So either move to where that file is and do this push, or you have to type in that file where it is. So, and a lot of the time it's actually in the exact mimicked area, because when you dump it, it's in this same exact file system. So you might have to do it. And you don't want to put a /, because / means from the root. If you do it without that / right there, that means from the folder you already are, which is at this point lib or platform tools or wherever you're calling from. But if you do that, that means from like your C drive, from the very beginning, from basically untitled. It would start from here if you do a /. However, wherever you are, and you don't do a / and you just type the next folder to go into, it goes in there. So in our case, it would go, now we're in platform tools, it would go into the next file, the lib, because we didn't put that /. Always means root. Go back to the very root of the hard drive. It's useful, and you can see it's used here because we want to place this in the very root of your device and then the folders contained within. So this language is very precise, and I hope this helped users who were having some trouble understanding how this language works. So for the pushes, remember, pushes are actually files on your computer for the first one. And the second one is that file, how you're placing it on your device. Don't worry about the second one. That is going to always be that way. You don't want to put it any other way or it's not going to work. But on your system, it's currently where you are in your terminal. Currently wherever you are in your command prompt. And as long as you know that, and that you use the basic navigations, kind of test out the basic navigations, go to your directory to directory in the code, try it out. You should be just fine, and you should be well on your way to rooting any Android device. So I hope this was helpful for those users who are having the issues. Please give me feedback if it wasn't, and I'll try to retweak this in any way as possible. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Please visit my website. It's a great way that it kind of archives all of the posts, and is a great way, an organized way besides the YouTube channel. And then of course, I have this nice little widget up here. Please like Sleepless Ninja on Facebook and spread the word. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.